Why didn't you tell me first?
Is gay, or they just want to experience to see if they like girls. But don't come over here trying to make me your experience. Like,
I was just crying. I was hysterical. Do you think you'll date a guy at all? I'm not gonna get to experience grandkids. She's not gonna experience motherhood. Do you think God would forgive you? What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Tea Cup Talks podcast. And I'm your host, Talisha Marie. And today I have a special guest. Y'all done seen her before. You want to reintroduce yourself?
I'm Brianna.
Okay, this is my daughter. And the topic we're going to talk about today is coming out gay as a teenager. So that's just going to be the topic today. So before we get into all of that, we're going to do a vibe check. Brianna, how you feeling right now? Nervous?
Mm-mm. Feel
Oh,
like
good.
gotta do this over.
Okay, y'all. It's real and raw over here, like I always say. So this is our second time recording this because the audio wasn't audioing, and I got my little microphone, but I think I had pressed the on button, child, and it was smashed, so it didn't know whether to be on or off. So it had our voice going in and out. So we actually redoing this video. So we doing this for y'all because this is a very important topic that people need to hear about and maybe can take some from this. So we doing this over again. So y'all need to make sure y'all like this video because we doing it for y'all. So give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you ain't already, okay? So my vibe is good. I've been waiting on her to, do this, and I had some mixed feelings at first about, you know, people watching and then having a opinions because some people can be nasty, but this is the world that we living in, so it is what it is. And like I said, she is grown. She's a young woman. She'll be 20 next month. So anyway, um, how old were you when you had your first thought about girls? Like,
mm, it would. I don't really know a specific age, but I was. I know I was like young, but I would say around, or like 6, 7, somewhere in there.
this that's pretty young to know or have those feelings of you liking a girl.
Yeah.
uh like, how did you know at 6? Because I done already went through the everything with her. So she wasn't molested as a child. Nobody was touching on her, because I know sometimes people, grow up and say that they were molested as a child. So that that's or a reason why that they are gay. But that wasn't the case for her. So I just feel like you can be born that way. It's your testosterone,
What?
the testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the doctor will tell you, like sometimes I guess a girl can have higher levels of testosterone
I do.
than, yeah, and she does. She done been to the doctor, not for that, not because she gave when you get I didn't get her tested to see, but for other reasons that girls go through sometimes. But yeah, her testosterone levels are high, kind of on the high side. So yeah, but she wasn't molested. She didn't see it in the household. Like, I'm straight. We don't have any family that she ever saw of the same sex that was dating, married. So she didn't see any of this in the family or in the household. So she just said it was something that she felt, and it was a different feeling.
Yeah.
So what kind of thoughts, like it was just like, oh, she got a pretty outfit on, or
Nah. It was like I found girls pretty in a different way. Like, you know how when you think a dude cute, like just cute, but you fit another dude you see, you think he cute. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like that.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
and I knew it was like different. 'Cause, I don't know how to describe it.
Okay. Did you try to approach a girl? Like when you, of course, when you got an age when you feel like you started dating or wanted to have a girlfriend, like, did you approach them? Like,
Uh,
how did that even work?
well, when I came out, when I first dated my first girl, I went to her first. I was like, I'm just tell how it happened. Like, we was in 11th grade, so I was like, how old was I? Like 17,
Yeah,
17.
17.
So, yeah, we was old enough to, what I'm trying to say.
Dates
Yeah,
or
like,
yeah,
I don't
it
know
was
how I'm trying to say, but yeah, like I had saw her like walking like around the school and stuff. But at that time, I just knew I like girls, but I ain't know, they it's like studs and dykes and stuff like that. So I didn't really have a preference then, but she was a stud. So yeah, I just saw her and I just thought she was cute. Like, I always stared at her and stuff when I saw her around school. So I told my friend that she was cute or whatever. And I was asking her, did she know her? And she was like, yeah. She took a class with her or something like that. And I was asking her what her name was. She told my name. So my other friend, my other friend was friends. Wait, my other friend's sister was friends with the girl. So I told my friend to get to ask her sister to give me her Snapchat. So I got her Snapchat. Then she added me back, and I texted her,
hmm,
and I told her that I see her around school, and I thought she was cute. Then
hmm.
after that, boom, a relationship.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted her to go, go ahead and tell how she, approached the girl. So it was in her later high school year, almost her last year, her no, your junior
Junior.
year.
What?
So who did you tell first and why?
Um, I told my cousin first. I told my friend and my cousin first, but I don't remember which one I told. You know, I think I had to tell my friend first if I told her about the girl at school. So
Right.
I think it was my friend, but I know in the family I told my cousin first, and I told her first because like she she had already like said that she was gay or bi or whatever. I don't know which one, but yeah. So I feel like she was somebody, she can relate to me, so I can go talk to her. And back then, I would always talk to her anyways, like about stuff or just talking in general. That's when I was close with my family. So yeah, I just feel like okay, somebody I can relate to, so I can text her, talk to her.
Okay. And did it make you feel better once you finally got it off your chest to somebody in the family? Like
Um,
just somebody, period.
yeah, it did. It felt like a big weight was lifted off my shoulder because I've been denying this ever since I started feeling the feeling. So I
Hmm.
always try to be like, nah, like that ain't right. You can't look at her like that or and stuff like that. So I try to, you know, I don't know, force myself to think that I don't, but I knew I did.
Hmm. Okay. And why didn't you tell me first?
Cause I, didn't- I mean, I don't think nobody when it comes to that, they not gonna tell their parent first. I just don't think. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Every person I've seen that came out, they always say they told their closest friend or favorite cousin, something like that. Um, And I ain't tell you because, like, I knew, the family had never had nothing like that before. And I know, you know, I didn't know how you would take it. So I was like, nah, nah, I can't. I can't tell her first. And I didn't want you to, like, react bad. And I don't have nobody to confide in when I need somebody at that moment, cause I ain't tell nobody else. So what I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do when you mad at me? Then who I'm gonna go tell? It's gonna be a shocker to them. So
Yeah.
like
Okay. Alrighty. And when you told your friends, like, how did they react? Were they accepting? Like, were they like, can't be friends with you no more?
yeah. No, the one I told, she was already like you know she was gay. So I mean, yeah, none of my friends cared.
Okay. Were you embarrassed of what the family? Were you embarrassed of what the family and friends would think of you once they found out?
Mm, no, I wasn't embarrassed, but it was like certain people I would think, about their reaction. Like my uncles and my grandma. But like
Mm-hmm.
cousins stuff, I ain't really care about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how do you think I handled it when you told me?
Um, it was. I know when I first told you it was bad. Like, yeah. It maybe because I wrote it, but yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't really good at first because every time I try to come tell you about or like talk to you about how you feeling about it, you just like I'll come around for you because I was trying to get you to meet somebody because
Mm-hmm.
once you get in a relationship, you got to start going places and
Yeah.
meeting the other person, mama, going over their house. So I was trying to get you on the because her mama she didn't care, so I was trying to get you on that same page, because
Mm-hmm.
we had to spend time with each other.
Yeah.
So
And she did write me a letter. That's how she told me in a letter. Um, I was getting ready for work one morning, and I think I got out the shower, came back to the room, and I noticed there was a piece of notebook paper on my dresser. I think it was on my dresser, and I read it.
I think I had put it in your drawer because I knew you go in your drawer every morning. I think it was either on the dresser or in the drawer.
Yeah, it was something like that, but I knew it was a piece of paper that wasn't there at first, and so I read it, and I was just my heart was beating fast. I had a lot of feelings rush. You know how like when you're on a roller coaster, you get butterflies in your stomach, you feel sick, you feel like don't even know really how to react to something like this. Like I said, we never had people in the family, and if we did have somebody, it was like family that we didn't see or really didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the being gay didn't exist. So I never went through that. I didn't know nobody that had a gay child and how they experience went and how they reacted and stuff. So, once I got dressed, I hurry up and got ready for school. I mean, got ready for work because she had to go to school. I had to go to work. And it was 6 something in the morning. I was trying to get in that car so quick. And I called my cousin. And because she gets ready for work, she was getting ready for work at the same time I do. And so I knew she'd be up. And so I called her and I'm crying. I'm like hysterically crying, not just, weeping. I'm crying, crying. And she was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" So I ended up telling her what was wrong, what happened. And, she was like, telling me it was going to be all right. And, I was mad. I, I think my initial feeling was, one of my first thoughts was, I'm not gonna get no grandbabies from her. Like, and that was one of my first thoughts. Um, I was, I don't know, I was just upset. I can't say that I was mad, but I just had emotions going through me. I ain't never went through this, and you never think it could happen in your own home, or it could be one of your kids or whatever. And it was happening in my household. So, and I really felt like I didn't have many people that I could go to at the time. But in that moment, I was just crying. I was hysterical. And once I calmed down a little bit, I was, like I said, I just thought, like, I'm not gonna get to experience grandkids. She's not gonna experience motherhood. Like, it's just a lot comes with it. Gotta be protective of your child, because people in this world can be hateful, and there are hate crimes against gay people. So it was a lot of stuff once I kind of calmed down that I was thinking about. And so I couldn't go to my mama yet because I was waiting. I was like, even though she was underage, I still felt like there was her story to tell, or it had to come from her. So whenever she felt like comfortable telling my mama, my brothers, whoever she felt, I let her do it on her own time, because I just felt like whenever it needed to come from her. It didn't need to come from me getting on the phone gossiping, talking about, how black people be. She called herself liking little girls. Yeah, so those were the emotions that I had running through me. So I wasn't very accepting of the situation at first. I won't lie. Um, I had to come around. I Googled stuff, like I was Googling about kids being gay. How do they know they gay? Like, how should a parent approach their child? Like, how do you handle the situation? I started Googling stuff because I ain't have nobody else to talk to. Because you know how sometimes when you hear other family members might say gay things, like, that may not be appropriate, and so you might feel like they don't hate gay people, but you feel like they might not be as accepting. So that's how I felt, and I feel like I didn't really have nobody to tell, because, like I said, I had to wait for her to decide when she wanted to tell people when she was comfortable. So, you know, I'm not just one of them parents that's just gonna hop on the phone and gossip, especially if something as serious as that. So those were my thoughts and feelings. Um, so are you dating right now?
Mm, I talk to somebody who I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, and do you think you'll date a guy at all? You got any feelings like, oh, I like girls more, but I still like boys too?
Nope.
She answered it like, nope, no in, ifs, and buts about it. Nope.
Nah. I could think like a dude cute, you know,
Yeah.
but not attractive cute.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't date you cute, but you got some nice facial features. That's it. That's all you get. That's all.
What? But she has talked to a few boys, maybe a couple boys, maybe. I know she had one boyfriend. At least I thought it was a boyfriend.
It was, but
And I finally started letting her date. And she was about, well, you maybe was about,
I was in ninth grade.
yeah, you was like 14, 15,
Yeah.
something like that. I found this started to kind of let her date, and I talked to his mama, trying to get a feel for her. I'm one of them parents that, you call yourself dating somebody, I need to talk to the mama. I need to see what these people about. Is they ghetto? Is they ratchet? Is they crazy? Like, I need to know. So I let her date him, and then they went on a date to the movies. I dropped her off, and his granddaddy dropped him off and picked him back up when it was over with or whatever. But she didn't even like the boy. She didn't even like the boy. I'm thinking, okay, I was being strict, so let me let her start experiencing stuff. Yeah, she wanted to experience, but it wasn't with a boy. And I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
So there was a quick on and off thing. It was happening, and then it wasn't happening. So and I didn't touch on about molestation. Some kids may have been molested, and they say as adults that's why they became gay, because they got molested by the same sex as a child. So none of that happened with her. She just felt how she felt, and that was that. So Um, so how do you think the LGBT community is viewed, like overall? Like, how do you think people perceive y'all?
Um, Now I feel like, I mean, a lot of people really don't care, or they more accepting of it. But I feel like some people like they just say they gay or like girls because they feel like it's a trend, or they feel like, oh my god, everybody coming out is gay, or they just want to experience to see if they like girls. But don't come over here trying to make me your experience, like, cause what? Ain't no fake over here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like, man, I feel like people cool with it.
Yeah, it's 2023, so a lot of gay, being gay is accepted, or trans or whatever. It's a lot more accepting now than it was, and so yeah, I feel like it's a lot better than it was, but you still have a small percentage of people that just don't agree with it, and that's their right. And but you got the disrespectful type that just hate it, and then they want to harm you because you are gay. And so that was one of my fears, with her when she going out with a girl and they dating and going on dates and doing all this couple stuff. There's somebody that don't like it out in public, and try to fight them, try to harm them, and so that was scary for me because I'm always trying to protect, and I wouldn't be nowhere around if it was to happen. So it was about being able to protect her and her feelings and all that stuff too. So that was a thought of mine too when I when she told me. And do you think God would forgive you? Because they say that the Bible says that you know being gay is a sin, and they say you can go to hell for it. So do you feel that way?
No, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way because everything is a sin. Like having sex before marriage and having kids, but all that piercings, tattoos, cursing, all this stuff is a sin. So I just don't see how that particular thing, you would go to hell for.
Yeah. No sin is bigger than the other. So that's how I feel about it too. Um, do you hold hands in public when you are out with your
Of
girlfriend?
course, I don't care. Like I
Okay.
don't kiss in public. I don't care.
Okay. And I'm just trying to make sure I kind of touch all the bases of, you know, what a child or a teenager is feeling right now. They want to tell their mom, dad, parents right now, and the parents how you should, react and to it when they do come and tell you. So, you got any advice for people, teenagers that want to come out to their mom, dad?
Um, I feel like if you are coming out for the first time, I feel like you should come out to like your best friend or your closest friend or closest family member other than your parents. Like, because I say that because like your parents might not take it, well. Some parents take it to the extent of where they want to put you out, and you know. So if that happen and you don't have nobody to go to, what you gonna do? Like, I feel like you should have somebody on the backhand before you come out to your parents, because you don't know how they gonna take it. Some parents will beat you, put you out, just throw you away. So
That's true. That didn't happen in my case, although I had not so good of a reaction as far as my emotions, but I never wanted to kick her out the house or beat her because of it. So as a parent, on the parent side, my advice to you is to not be negative when they come to you and tell you that they're gay, or they feel like they having these feelings that they like the opposite, I mean the same sex, don't try not to have a negative thought. Don't let that be the first thing that come out your mouth. Even if you feel angry, sad, want to bust out crying, like just give them a hug. Just give them a hug. Tell them you love them and say, "Can you give me a moment to process this? We'll talk about it over dinner, or go out to take a ride and drive around, talk about it." But don't let your first reaction be negative, especially not in front of that child, because you never know what they already going through, what they battling with their feelings, and possibly at school being bullied or something like that. So don't let your first thought be negative, and just try to be understanding as much as possible. Get to know why they feel this way. Understand that they're still your child at the end of the day. They don't have the cooties, and just be supportive as you can. And if you feel like you can't be supportive, find somebody that you know that's went through that situation, and get advice from them to see how they went about handling it. But at the end of the day, it's still your child no matter what. And you gonna love them no matter what. And they the same freaking person. Like, at first, I was kind of disgusted with it. I was mad about it. I wanted grandkids. And I couldn't. Now I can talk about it without crying, because they still your child and they ain't no different. They just like the same sex. Ain't nothing changed but the sex that they choose to date. It's the same sex. So I just, but there are always options to adopt, or you never know, their partner might feel like, hey, I'll carry the baby and you still get your grandbaby. So, yeah, just be there for them. And if you need support, find somebody that's been through that situation. And even if y'all need therapy, if you feel like you just want to, therapy works. Therapy works, because I feel like being gay is frowned upon in the black community, whether you girl or boy. And we just gotta you gotta kind of move with the you gotta adapt with the environment and the times. The times change, and it ain't 1942 no more. So we gotta adapt with the times. And also, I want to kind of go back, because we redoing this video, y'all. So I'm trying to just remember some stuff that we talked about in the first video. And you came out to the family. Once you started, you was coming out to certain family members one at a time. And then you came out to the family when we had a family meeting one day. And she felt like she wanted to come out then and tell the family that she don't really, be around and stuff. And so she told them. And her great grandma, which is my grandma, reacted in a negative way. Like, she wasn't accepting of it, because she is from the old days and she's set in her ways. And them old folk, they don't go for that. Some of them. And she reacted bad. So how did you feel? Because my grandma busted out crying and was like, no, no. So how did that make you feel in that moment?
I was almost about to cry too, but like, I felt like I had like support from my cousins and stuff. They was like telling her, don't do that and all that, and they just supposed just like, I still accept you, stuff like that. So
yeah, because I feel like she kind of had the emotion that I had, that I just didn't bust out with it when I read the letter. I waited till I got in the car. So I think there was similar kind of sort of to my first reaction, as far as the crying. And like I said, grandma old school. And and I had an uncle there too, and he didn't really accept it either. So you're gonna have people that accept it, you're gonna have people that don't accept it. But you just make sure you're comfortable within yourself, I would say, before you come out. Would you think, like, kind of be comfortable in your own skin before you just maybe come out?
Yeah, don't do it until you ready.
Yeah,
like, even if you already talking to somebody, just I ain't tell my mama till about a month in. So if you're not ready, then you don't have to do it right off the bat. Don't feel like just because, oh, this is something different. That I gotta do it right now. Because you don't have to do it right then.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't tell nobody but that one person when I first found out, because I really wasn't nobody else I felt comfortable enough with telling because I don't know, because people, have their thoughts and opinions on certain situations, but nobody in my family that I know of ever said they hate gay people or nothing. It's just that, you know, everybody is not receptive of certain things, And I wanted to make sure I was able to protect my daughter. So I was kind of glad she did it when she was comfortable enough because that gave me time to process it more. So when she did tell them if she needed me to be there, I'm going to be the protector because I didn't know how people would react. Would say, ooh, this nasty, try to talk crazy or, whatever. So I was going to be there to be the protector, in case she needed me, or whatever. So, yep. It was, it was, it's an experience, and you're gonna go through all kind of emotions, but just be understanding, and it's not the end of the world. Um, and how do you think I am now? With the whole thing versus when I first found out.
Oh, I think you're okay with it now. Of course.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, well, I know.
Yeah, because it'll been a few years now since, I had time to process this, She'll be on the phone with a girl and I get on the phone and, you know, hey, and make jokes and stuff. And because I'm always, whoever she on the phone with, they subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, my baby, I'm promoting all tight. I don't care who you is. You subscribe to my channel. So it don't bother me. At the end of the day, they the same person. They ain't no difference. They still your child, same person, and you still gonna love them. Yeah, it ain't no on off switch with love like that when you come to your children. Just because they're gay. So just be there for them. Let them know that it's okay, and be accepting, be genuine with it. Now, if you're not really accepting of it, it's okay to be honest with them and let them tell you why. Like, just sit down and just listen to them, and then maybe you get back like, oh, okay, I understand better now, and then you'll get more comfortable and kind of, and it'll all work out in the end. It'll all work out in the end, and so it's 2023. It's not frowned upon like that no more. Actually, I believe the LGBT community is running things a little bit. Like,
Yep.
they got the upper hand. Like, I think sometimes the straight people might be looked at like, like it's the opposite. It's the other way around now. So, and so it is what it is. And so some of my family, friends, co-workers probably seeing this video, and now because even with co-workers, I could be at work and they always seen pictures of her and say she pretty. I know them little boys be trying to talk to her in the back of my head like, she ain't gonna talk to him no way. She don't want no boy. She don't want it, but I be, play it off like, yeah, whole time it's a girl. It's a girl the whole time. So
The boys still be wanting.
Oh yeah, the boys still gonna want to talk to you, and it's gonna make boys and men want to talk to you even more because they feel like it's a challenge. Oh, I'm up for that challenge. Let me see, can I turn her straight, or let me be the first one, or stuff like this. So men, they don't care if you tell them that you gay. They still gonna try. Men gonna be men at the end of the day. So yeah, they still gonna try to holler, especially if you're pretty and all this stuff. They don't care about that. They like that. They mind be in the gutter somewhere. So
Yeah, they don't encourage you. Yeah, a gay sign on you, they still gonna try to.
No, they don't care. So, you know. Well, I think this video was very informative, and like I said, um, I wanted to put this out here, and she was comfortable enough to do the video. And like I said, it's an informative video, and this could possibly be helping somebody that trying to come out and tell their parent, and this could be helping the parent get a better understanding and be reassured that it's still your baby and you still gonna love them, and ain't nothing changed at the end of the day. They still gonna be that same person. So just keep loving on them.
I feel like when you like, I don't know. I feel like when you tell older people, well, not older like grandma, but like like my grandma age,
like in the 60s, yeah, late 50s, early 60s.
Cause like my granddad, he didn't care. He didn't care. My grandma, she didn't really. She said she already knew.
Yeah, then, parents we get that intuition. Like I said, it was something in the back of my head, but sometimes you push stuff further on back of your head because you don't want it to be true. So for me, I feel like I kind of had a feeling, but I pushed it in the back of my head because she walked like her dad. I was about to say Pepe, that's what I call him, but she walked like her daddy. And we used to always say, switch your hips,
and
switch your hips.
Like tennis shoes.
Yeah, tennis shoes. Never was really into heels and dresses. I used to try to put. Now, I did try to push her to wear dresses more. Like when I bought her summer clothes, I would throw a couple of sundresses in there and get her to wear them. And she wasn't into no dresses. She didn't care for that. And so... yeah, it was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that started like as I got. Remember, I used to like tutus and stuff.
Yeah, as a little girl.
Yeah,
when she was in elementary, I put her on tutus and skirts, and she wore to school and stuff with her little colorful socks. And back then, now that I think about it, I had you a lot of colorful stuff, like rainbowish stuff, because it was girly and you like to be girly at that time. So you had pink, yellow. Like I got pictures with her, like even when they were in uniform, her socks probably was different colors. Her socks was, because that was probably the only.
Why?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah. So she didn't like to wear the dresses. She was tomboyish. But when I was in middle school and some of my high school, I was tomboyish. Like I used to wear boxers. I used to sag a little bit. Like when my mama bought my two brothers Tommy Hilfiger, because back in my era it was Tommy Hilfiger, baby. We was wearing it, and Jordans was getting popular too. But she bought me boxers too, so I wore boxers under my jeans. And yeah, I got pictures and stuff, so I wasn't no girly girl. It wasn't for me until high school, and I transferred schools, and I ended up going to White Station. And the girls there was different from Melrose. I'm sorry, y'all, just gonna say it, but it was a different type of breed. And when I got over there to White Station, these girls was dressing cute. Not to say the ones at Melrose wasn't, but it was more. The girls dressed more girly. Like everybody went in Jordans and stuff. They had on cute sandals because around this time we were kind of starting able to wear regular clothes. And I went home to my mom and I was like, well, I want to dress like a girl out the blue. So I don't know if I had a little bit. I don't know if my mama thought that I probably was gonna be gay or was gay because I was tomboyish. So that what kind of made me throw it in the back of my mind for her, because I'm like, well, when I was in school, I was like tomboyish, but I like boys. So I think that's probably too why I pushed it kind of in the back of my head, because I'm like, she just following in my footsteps, like she just, a mini me. So that's probably why I kind of pushed it in the back of my head too. Yep. So this was a good video, even though this was round 2. And we went through all this, y'all, so we recorded for the second time. So y'all make sure y'all like this video and share it out. And if you know somebody that's going through it, whether it's your child, a co-worker, family member, just send them on over to this channel and have them watch, and maybe they can get a little reassurance of everything's gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world. And if y'all got any questions, opinions on it, you can leave them down in the comments. Just be respectful. Whether your opinion is different from ours, just make sure you keep it respectful. And if you want a little one-on-one and to ask questions, or kind of get some advice from me or my daughter, you can email me at itsme@yahoo.com, and I will put it down in my description as well. So yeah, this was great. Another one, a banger. I think it was a banger, and it needed to be talked about. So we're gonna get out this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and until next time, live, love, laugh. Peace.